What is up, guys? Good evening. Hope everyone is doing well. Thursday night here, we have a football game starting in about 40 or 45 minutes. Come on in, settle down. What we're going to do is we're going to hang out for the next half an hour or so. I will get to your questions shortly, but I'm going to recap all of the practice news and reports that came out today. A lot of stuff. It's week 7. We're in the thick of it here. Tons of in and outs, tons of DNPs, tons of limiteds, and some concussion updates. So if you guys want to get your question in the chat, I will get to them shortly. Again, I'm just going to read some of the player news, practice news, and get us set up for the rest of the show. And again, I'm just reading Underdog NFL's Twitter feed. They have a great feed for players practicing, not practicing. Any other news, you can find it there. First of all, the Raiders. We have a limited practice for Zamir White, who's on track to play this Sunday. He's missed the last 2 games here. Jacoby Myers doesn't practice again here, so I don't like his availability for Sunday right now. He can maybe practice tomorrow and play, but I would say he's more doubtful and questionable. Good news on Cooper Kupp. He was limited again today. He's on track to play this Sunday for the first time since week 2, I believe. No Tyler Lockett for the Seahawks. That's a weird one on Thursday. So I usually care more about Thursdays than I do Wednesdays. And for him not to practice today, we'll monitor him for tomorrow. Good news for the Saints tonight, I guess. Kendre Miller, active. We'll see if he can steal some carries and get into the game tonight. You're not using Kendre Miller, but I do think if you want to stash Kendre Miller for tonight, I think it's a good idea. You also have another stash potentially with Audric Estime if you can get him in deeper leagues. No Taysom Hill, no Derek Carr, no Chris Olave, no Rashid Shaheed, no Pat Surtain, though, on the Broncos side for tonight's game. 49ers, you have Juwan Jennings not practicing, so he's not trending towards playing this weekend. I don't think we're going to see Ricky Pearsall yet, who's been practicing, but Juwan Jennings, probably safe to let him go in deeper leagues. Jordan Mason limited. He's on track to play. I do think his workload could be scaled back a little bit. So I'm kind of open to picking up, Isaac Guerendo for these next couple weeks. They have week 7, week 8, and then they're bye week 9. I expect Christian McCaffrey back week 10. If you want to hold on to Guerendo just in case for next week, that's fine. Good news on Marvin Harrison Jr., who was officially limited today. He's still in the concussion protocols, but this is a great sign. So they play on Monday night. So today, Thursday, it's their version of Wednesday practice. So the first practice for him, he's able to check it, and we'll see if he can be another limited tomorrow or maybe get upgraded to full. We shall see. Malik Neighbors is cleared to play. He's cleared the concussion protocol. He's playing week number 7. Nick Chubb practicing in full. We'll talk more about Nick Chubb if I get some questions here, but I'm still nervous about his workload. No Dallas Goedert today. I don't think he's going to end up playing this weekend. So if you need a tight end streamer, Grant Calcaterra could be your option. Rachaad White limited in practice today with that foot injury. We'll have to watch for tomorrow to see if he's been ruled out or if he has a setback or anything. It's trending towards him playing, which could really complicate Bucky Irving, Rachaad White, Sean Tucker questions. Good news here for Aaron Jones. He was limited today. He's back on track to playing this weekend. He's still questionable and probably more of a game time decision than anything. I do have TJ Hawkinson listed here as limited today. I don't know if he's going to play. I think he's probably going to play week 8. Still unsure about week 7. I'm going to say doubtful for this Sunday. Devontae Adams is in full. He's playing Sunday Night Football. It sounds like Mike Williams is going to get traded. He did not practice again today. Personal reasons, meaning he doesn't want to be there and he wants to get traded reasons. Rashid Shaheed will pour one out here for Mr. Shaheed. He was off to a fantastic start this year. Season-ending meniscus repair, 4 to 6 months is his timeline. So, I mean, if you want, you could pick up Bub Means before tonight's game. He's going to operate probably as their number 2 receiver the rest of the way. This is a good thing for Chris Olave with the Rashid Shaheed injury. I think the Saints could be in on Mike Williams too, so we'll watch for that. We got Drake May practicing in full today. Ramondre Stevenson, though, for the Patriots, not practicing. I think it says the Patriots depart for London today. I'm expecting Ramondre Stevenson to miss this week, continue rehabbing in New England. Antonio Gibson, JaMycal Hasty will be the top 2 backs for the Patriots. Good news for Brian Robinson Jr. He was limited today. He's on track towards playing. Ladd McConkey and Quentin Johnston Let's see here. McConkey was listed limited, and Johnston did not practice today. So those are two guys to have to monitor tomorrow. They could get Mike Williams back in LA. And right now, I think maybe Josh Palmer is a sneaky guy for this weekend. Devon Achane fully practices. It looks like he's going to play this Sunday from the concussion. No Jonathan Taylor today. He's trending towards not playing. So I'm expecting either Trey Sermon and or Tyler Goodson to be the top two backs. Sermon just did not look good last weekend, 18 carries for 27 yards. I think if I have to choose one of those guys this week, I'm going to go with Tyler Goodson. We have Devin Singletary limited in practice today. He's on track towards playing. James Cook upgraded to full today, limited yesterday, full today. I also saw that Ray Davis was limited today with a calf injury, so we have to watch for the backup Ray Davis there. But it looks like James Cook's going to give it a go this Sunday. Deontay Johnson, this one's interesting. Carolina, he does not practice again today, back-to-back DMPs. That puts him more on the doubtful side for this Sunday here. I don't like seeing back-to-back missed practices. There's also a potential opportunity where he gets traded. If they hold him out this weekend, they could be just protecting him and trying to get a good trade in place next week. So keep an eye on that. No Jonathan Brooks again today. He practiced limited yesterday, didn't practice today. That's part of the plan. They're trying to ease him back into things. I think week 9 or 10 is his realistic expectation to return to the field. Let's see here. Mike Evans didn't practice today. He tweaked his leg. We'll watch for that one. He might miss this weekend. So big practice day tomorrow for Big Mike. We already covered Marvin Harrison Jr. practice. Did we cover Marvin Harrison Jr.? I'm glad that he was able to practice. Again, Monday Night Football, we have to wait for Friday and Saturday news reports there. And I think we're all caught up. So without further ado, I'm going to hop into some questions here. Hope everyone's doing well. Good evening to Harris, my man. Would you risk playing Rachaad White or Devin Singletary over Javonte Williams? I think I will. I think I'm going to pass on Javonte tonight, and I'm going to wait for Devin Singletary. I don't feel great about Javonte Williams tonight, man. In a non-PPR as well, that doesn't really excite me. I don't know if he's going to even get a touchdown opportunity. He really hasn't had touchdown opportunities this year in a non-PPR. I'm going to hold out for Rachaad White or Devin Singletary. Both those guys are on trend towards playing this weekend. I think the only way Javonte hurts you is if he scores a rushing touchdown, and we might see more Audric Estime tonight. I think I'm going to pass, and I'm going to wait for either Singletary or Rachaad White, and in that case, I probably would play Singletary. Drop McLeod or Palmer. I'm going to drop Ray McLeod. I'll go with Josh Palmer. The Chargers' other receivers are dinged up right now. I like the matchup against Arizona. And McLeod's he's the number 4 target in that offense. I think Palmer could be the 1 or the 2 most weeks. Good evening to Mr. Jason here. Cook or Pickens? Interesting. Okay, so I'm pretty excited about what the offense could look like with Russell Wilson. I think it's going to help the receiving game. It's going to help George Pickens. But you probably got to start James Cook, man. We have a limited Ray Davis, and I know he looked good the other night. But I'm going to go James Cook. Even though it's a tough matchup against Tennessee, I'm going to continue to start he got injured. He missed last week, but I think we classified James Cook as a stud. So I'm going to keep James Cook in my lineup there, Jason. Rams or the Jaguars defense? I really don't want to trust the Jags defense. Drake May, could have a couple turnovers or something like that. But I think you probably got to go with the Rams defense this weekend. I'm not really excited about the Raiders offense. I'll do the Rams coming off a bye. Christian Kirk or Worthy in a double full PPR. I'll probably do Christian Kirk. I think Xavier Worthy is more likely to score a touchdown than Christian Kirk, but 4 or 5 catches for Kirk is pretty doable, whereas Xavier Worthy is struggling to get 2 to 3 catches per game. So I'll go. We've seen Christian Kirk have a good game or two this year. I think if you're looking for a guy that can catch 7-8 balls, Christian Kirk's more likely to do that than Xavier Worthy, and we've seen an 8-catch game and a 7-catch game out of Kirk. He does have a 3 and a 4 catch game the last 2 weeks here. So I will lean Christian Kirk here over Xavier Worthy just because of the PPR situation. Pickens or Bigsby? No ETN, and with ETN, half PPR. Did Travis Etienne practice today? Let me look this up. Let me see if I can find. I didn't see many Jaguar reports today. I got ETN as limited back-to-back days here, so I still don't know what's going to happen here. Um, if ETN plays, that makes me a little bit more nervous about Bigsby. George Pickens going up against the Jets, though, concerning. I think this: if ETN's out, we're going to go with Bigsby. If ETN's in, I'll go with Pickens. Chandler or Raheem Mostert. I'm going to go Raheem Mostert here, Harris. I think it looks like Aaron Jones is trending towards playing. And it's also a tough matchup on paper here against the Detroit Lions. I just don't know. If Aaron Jones is out, then yeah, you're going to go with Ty Chandler here. But I think for now, you got to go with Raheem Mostert, who's going to be fresh, coming off a bye. I think they get the Colts. Is that correct? I will lean with Raheem Mostert here. I'm just looking around here. They're at Indianapolis. So I like that matchup for Mostert. I will say Raheem Mostert is my call. I'm going to see if I can find any other news or info here that we need to be wary of. As far as tonight's game, man, like we're getting a preseason football game tonight. So hopefully you guys don't have players in the game tonight. I am excited, though, to watch Bo Nix and Spencer Rattler just from a dynasty perspective. And, long term, like if these guys look good tonight, we might have some answers for future weeks in different leagues. We'll see if Alvin Kamara is probably the one guy that I'm like, if I have a player tonight, like it's Alvin Kamara, and I don't really want to touch anything else here. Kamara is the one player I would probably bet to score a touchdown tonight, and we'll see if the Broncos decide to key in on him and make Spencer Rattler do the work here or what happens. But I am very interested tonight to see if it's Audric Estime getting more work. Does Kendre Miller get in there and see more work as the number 2 running back? We had a couple questions there. I do think both guys are worth holding on to for your rosters tonight. So we shall see. And yeah, Kamara is really the only player worth thinking about tonight. Najee Harris or the Bucky Irving. I think just with the uncertainty that is Tampa Bay right now, I mean, if Rachaad White's up, I don't know how that split's going to be. So I will lean Najee Harris here over Bucky Irving. If Rachaad White is out, I think I will go with Bucky Irving. Although it's I really don't want to mess with Baltimore Ravens run defense, man. That's a really, really good run defense. I get it. The Steelers are going to be playing the New York Jets, which you kind of have been able to run on the Jets throughout the year a little bit. So I'm going to lean Najee Harris here as being the safer floor, 8 to 10 points. I'll take that and kind of go from there. But tough matchup here for Bucky. I really don't want to start any Bucks running back this week because I kind of want to see what it looks like before I trust these in my lineup again. Because Sean Tucker looked too good for them to ignore. And again, if they're giving 3 running backs work here, that's just not good for any of them. It's pretty frustrating for fantasy, honestly. So hopefully it's not that. And if we can get Rachaad White out one more game, that would be nice. Let me see if I can find any other information for you guys. I think we're pretty much caught up on player news in and outs. I'm still waiting to see if Amari Cooper is going to go. He did practice today, which was nice to see. I would think he's going to be active for the game, and maybe they get him in the game. I don't know if he's going to run 80-90% of the routes, which could be a little bit of an issue. So if I have Amari Cooper, I'm happy. Like I love that I have Amari Cooper, but I'm probably just going to hold out one more week unless you have not really good options behind Cooper. I think I'm going to lean towards resting Amari Cooper in this one. For those that are members of the Fantasy Fellowship, I will be updating my rankings tomorrow morning. Maybe towards mid-afternoon, because I want to wait for those final Friday practice reports and make sure I get the best rankings for you guys going into Friday evening. So we'll check back for that. I'm just trying to think of anything else that we can cover here for you guys. If you guys don't have any more questions, please keep them coming. How do you feel about your Packers against the Texans? I'm feeling pretty good, man. I think this weekend we get Packers, Texans. We get Lions, Vikings. Like there's some big games this weekend. I think the Packers are going to be able to kind of flex some muscle this weekend. You have probably one of the best and one of the deepest receiver groups right now. I'm overly not like too scared of the Texans secondary and defense right now. I think Jaden Reed, Romeo Doubs, Christian Watson, and we'll see about Dontavian Wicks. But honestly, if Wicks doesn't play, that just means you're going to get more Watson on the field. And those three guys are going to be the three receivers. And again, like Tucker Kraft right now, they have the other tight end, Ben Sims, playing well. We're not going to see Marshawn Lloyd yet, but I think the Packers offense will be able to kind of do what they want. And it's going to come down to, does CJ Stroud or Jordan Love make interceptions? So I think it's going to come down to the turnover battle here, which team makes more or less mistakes. I'm going to go Packers at home here. I think they're about 2.5-point favorites right now. I'm going to take the Packers by a field goal. They also have a brand new field goal kicker, so I wouldn't be surprised if if the NFL script writers decided, hey, this game needs to come down to a game-winning Brandon McManus field goal. Something like that could be fun. But I feel pretty good about the Packers. I don't feel great about the running backs in this one. I think you're going to see a lot of passing in this game, but I could be wrong. Overall, the weather's going to be great in Wisconsin this weekend, so it could be a nice day to throw the ball and pump up those receiver stats. So I like this game a lot. I think the Packers pull it out. And again, it's going to come down to, random turnovers or any kind of field position, stuff like that. Pick one, double PPR, Tank, Bucky Irving, Worthy. Tank doesn't catch passes. If ETN's out, they're going to use D'Ernest Johnson in the ETN pass catching role. Bucky Irving, again, it's a tough matchup against Baltimore. If Rachaad White's healthy, I'm not very interested in that. I think if ETN plays and Rachaad White play, I'm going to go with Xavier Worthy, who I think's got the best chance for a touchdown of these three players here. He's scored, 4 touchdowns in 5 games so far this season. I will lean Xavier Worthy here. And he had a season-high 6 targets before the bye week. I'm wondering, when they come out of the bye week, do they find ways to get him the ball better? Is he more involved? Is he getting 4 or 5 catches? If he starts getting 4 to 5 catches per game, that's what's going to be able to unlock Worthy and make him like a safe flex play, because we know he's got big play potential. They run the ball with him. I'm looking to see if he can take that next step and start to get, 5 to 6 touches per game instead of these 3 to 4 touches per game. So I'm thinking Worthy is the guy that I feel better about. I don't know what the Bucs backfield's going to look like. And I also don't know what the Jags are going to look like, because if ETN's out, again, they clearly showed last week that D'Ernest Johnson will be the receiving back. And at that point, you're banking on a Tank Bigsby touchdown. I'd almost rather bank on an Xavier Worthy touchdown than a Bigsby touchdown. So it's close. If I'm ranking them, I'm going to go Worthy, Bigsby, and Bucky Irving as of tonight with the information that we have. Let me see if I can find anything else for you guys. Again, tonight's going to be ugly. I hope you guys don't have a lot riding on tonight's fantasy game. Maybe make a couple fun prop bets or something like that to get you into it. But I do want to see what Rattler looks like. I want to also see what Bo Nix can do. He has looked good in spurts. He just hasn't been able to put a whole complete game together. As far as my schedule this weekend, I think I'm putting out a prop video on Saturday evening. I'm not quite sure on that yet. I will be back, though, Sunday morning. Sunday morning, we'll do a live show. We'll go live at 10:30 a.m. Central Time. We'll check in on the Jags and the Patriots, and then we'll go over all the actives for you guys on Sunday morning. And we'll also just kind of, answer any questions you guys have. But if I don't have any more questions for tonight, I'm going to get out of here. Friday's a big day, guys. So, maybe I put out a video tomorrow talking about the player practice reports. I don't know if you guys have been liking those the last couple of weeks I've done them, but I might do that. Otherwise, we'll see you guys Sunday morning. Enjoy the game tonight. Have fun. We'll see you next time. Peace.